In our last episode, we traveled business class aboard a Trenitalia high-speed train, leaving Rome and making our way north. Between the wine, the snacks, watching over our children, and the passing Italian countryside, it was truly an unforgettable ride. Now, we've arrived in Florence, one of our favorite cities on earth. And in this episode, we're starting things off with a tour of our Airbnb, giving you a closer look at what it's like to stay in the heart of the city. If you're planning a trip or just curious about accommodations here, you're in the right place. Andiamo. Right, we made it to Florence. Train station. Now we got about a 6-minute walk. When searching for apartments, we really wanted something near the train station. Since we were traveling with strollers and kids and a lot of luggage, this would be the most convenient. And we came across this particular listing here right next to the Piazza Santa Maria Novella, a 5-minute walk from the station. It was just absolutely perfect. Well, we went down the wrong alley. We're off to a good start here. Right down a construction alley with the girls. It's going to take a year to get them back. All right, let's check out this amazing Florence Airbnb. You walk right in. Beautiful kitchen here.
It's like a hotel, like more.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, really nice. Super clean. All kinds of utensils. Here's the fridge. They already had water stocked for us and a bottle of Prosecco, some sparkling wine. There's a freezer, a big freezer. We have, oh, here's the view out into, appears to be like a courtyard. And then we have this beautiful living room, 2 couches here. Nice table to sit down and eat breakfast or whatever. A little hutch here. Bedroom number 1. Very nice. They have this crib set up for us. Lots of closet space. Really nice bed. Really nice fixtures here. And then I love this bathroom. Check this bathroom out. It's got like different colors. Really clean, big mirror. It also comes stocked with some really nice amenities. Hello there. Then we go through this door. Oh. Washer and dryer is always key when traveling, especially with little ones. And then you come down this hall. There's another bathroom, full bathroom. Beautiful marble shower, your toilet area, towel rack. And then you have the second bedroom. The second bedroom is really almost just as nice as that first one. But with this one, there is a balcony for your own little area to sit outside, which is really nice. 2 seats. You can go out and have some wine after the kids go to bed. Put on our jackets, of course, this time of year. Yeah, really happy with this place. I'll put the link down below. We just got here. Something else I'm going to show you, just to be aware, just getting up here is a little bit of a hassle. So I'll show you how that works. But the other thing I want to point out, the management company sent out a representative here. When we checked in, we just did 10 minutes ago. He came over, showed us everything on a map, told us about the keys, and then went through every single room and just really wanted him to find detail, so we couldn't be happier about this check-in process here at this Airbnb. And but we're not going to spend too much time in here. We're going to get the kids changed. Our strollers we had to leave down in the lobby. But yeah, we're going to go out and hit the beautiful city of Florence, Italy. It's actually a really nice grocery store here. What's this called? Conad?
Yeah.
Conad.
One of the main brands.
Yeah, one of the main brands here. Really nice. A little crazy with two strollers in a grocery store here. Grocery haul. What's the first thing we got here?
Baby biscuits, because
Baby
I
biscuits?
just don't know what they are, but Sylvie needs some kind of snack.
Yeah. Baby biscuits. And of course, Italian diapers with the Conad brand.
How about your applesauce? You wanted applesauce?
Vivi loves these little latte snacks. Ketchup for Vivi in case she needs it. One of these little, what do you call them, pouch snacks. Oh, these things are good. We had these in Rome. These Lindor Lint pistachio chocolates. Got some fig spread. Another Lindor Lint chocolate. Stracciatella. Oh, this is good yogurt. Conditioner. I got some sort of cheese. I don't know what kind. Padano, Gran Padano. But we're gonna make a little charcuterie later. Paprika chips. Strawberry spread. Clementines. Little crackers, olive oil crackers. Paper towels, which we're already using. Oh, applesauce. Panettone, chocolate panettone. Gatorade for me. That was not there. Oh, we did get milk. Milk. Powerade. Gotta stay hydrated here. Oh, got yogurt. Strawberry yogurt. I'm excited about this. This is wild boar, like salami. Wild boar. Yeah, I don't know if you can get this at home. You might be able to, but it'd be hard to find. And finally, Via Cafaggio. When Rach and I were here 13 years ago, we visited this winery. Occasionally you can find it at home at the liquor stores, but this is the true Via Cafaggio Chianti Classico Vendemmia 2022. It was 16 euros, which is a really, really good deal. DOCG. So we'll have some of this with our charcuterie. If you have any interest in booking this apartment or one like it from Art Apartment Florence, you can find them on both Instagram and Facebook. I've also attached the website link below. Their website offers an overview of all apartment options. This is ours right here, the Secret Garden View. And they have some other really helpful guides on the website to help you get around town, some recommendations. They're also a super host on Airbnb. That's where we found them, as well as a premier host on booking.com. If you're looking to book an apartment of any kind in Florence, be sure to check them out. All right, heading out to get some Starbucks. Rach is craving a latte. Gotta get the Starbucks mug. And to get some croissants, something little for breakfast. Here's how you get to the Airbnb apartment. Got a little lobby area. You can go up these steps here. Hey, baby. They even had a high chair here for Sylvie, which was great. And overall, the kitchen, the setup just worked absolutely perfect for us and for morning breakfast. Oh, we got a chocolate panettone from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Rach just cut it up.
Yeah, this is one of the only ones that's over. There's only so many small ones.
Yeah. Really popular this time of year, at the end of the year for Christmas, but I don't know if I've ever had one actually in Italy, from Italy. Maybe I have.
In Italy?
Yeah, it's good. And I'm drinking a Chianti that I bought in Rome. There was a cool wine shop near our Airbnb, and I talked to the guy down in the wine cave, the retail store, and I was like, dude, what's your favorite Chianti? Like, what should I be buying right now? What's hard to get? He pointed me to this one, and I gotta say, Fontori Vintage 2021 Chianti Classico. Really, really good. I can get a Magnum of the 2022 for $100 on wine.com. So it's nothing I'm gonna like try to sneak back and add extra weight. Rather just buy it. But man, if you're here and see it, get it. We were here a total of 6 nights, so we made multiple grocery runs. There are several within a short walking distance of the apartment here in Florence, and going to the grocery stores in other countries is something that we actually really enjoy. Just getting to see what's available here and how people shop for their food and what's different, what's the same. It's a cool way to take in some of the culture. I would highly recommend doing it. Every single time I seem to find something new that I really want to try. So I seen all these teenage punks out on the bridge drinking this stuff all over the place. It's Noosa. I have no idea how you say this. It's unfiltered. Probably a local beer. I'm going to give it a try. I got to see what all the hype's about. Could be really good. I don't think I've ever had this. I don't think I've seen it in the US. Let's look at the color here. Ooh, it's like a hazy, a little bit darker blonde with a white head. We'll give it a shot. It's really good. It's really good. Oh, that's nice. That's smooth. That is smooth. Wow. if you're here in Florence, I don't know, maybe anywhere in Italy, I'm not sure where you can get this. I'll do some research. But they have these in every supermarket, every store. You can buy it just by the bottle if you want to try it. Looks like it's from 1912. Very, very good. Maybe you can get it on tap here too. I don't know. Probably. Ignusa, and I really don't even know if I'm saying that right. It is a Sardinian lager. It's really from the island of Sardinia here just west of Italy out in the Mediterranean Sea. Really, really good.
Yay! Yay!
Hey.
Say yay! Yay, Sylvie!
Boo, 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 boo.
So
Ba.
Baba, she's the Baba. My Baba.
See, we sometimes leave the strollers here if we're going to be an hour or two in the lobby. Don't know if you're supposed to. Yeah, you're probably not supposed to leave strollers and other things here in the lobby, but if we were just coming in and out for an hour or something, we did, and it worked out, but we took them up whenever we went to bed. I'm sure you're all wondering right now, how much did this cost? Well, it ended up being $331 per night. We were here 6 nights. It was early December, so off-peak season. And that included all taxes and fees, and we actually booked it through Airbnb, but as a reminder, you can book it through their website as well. We get the Steeler game in Italy. Nice pass, Rogers. God, we're terrible. Mike Tomlin has to go. You got time, Rogers. God is terrible. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. In our next episode, we are taking you with us as we review every restaurant and everything we ate in this city. Some of it was life-changing, some of it, not so much. But it'll be a must-watch before your trip. Thanks again for tuning in, and until next time, peace out.